It's a different vibe, right?
It is.
Well, people I talk to, because they're like more. It's more about the music, right? It's not about the party scene that a lot of times and it's not a diss to American crowds. It's just a different vibe.
It just feels like in a weird way, it feels like music's been around longer for some reason there, which obviously it has. Everything's been around longer there, but you can feel that. It's like there's more of a
respect for
understanding. But at the same time, every country is a little different too.
Right.
Even when you move from country to country, those countries are so close together. You can hit 3 or 4 countries in 3 or 4 days, and so you see a different culture almost every day.
Right. So we had questions for you guys from the listeners.
Yeah.
Talk about the logo.
Yes.
What does the logo mean?
Good question. Well, a lot of logos for bands or really anything, you can kind of like see a combination of like the first letter in their name in there somewhere. Da, da, da. For us, I wanted to see something like had nothing to do with our name.
Right.
And I wanted to filling meaning in something that starts out meaningless is very exciting for me. It's almost like songwriting. That's why I'm so drawn to it. It starts with nothing, and then you build it, and it comes to something. So in a sense, I wanted to find a logo that had nothing, and then we could fill it with meaning. And then it came about. My buddy Mark and I were just in, I think it was like Paint or something like that on some computer, and he just drew some rectangles and threw them up, and I was like, "That's it.
Leave it. Leave it. That's it."
And it really was as simple as that. But then it became just really important. Like it was like that. The purpose of what we were trying to accomplish, like, was kind of inside of that thing, and trying to, because it's hard to explain your songs. It's hard to explain the live show. It's hard to explain a record. And honestly, it's kind of hard to explain the logo too.
Right.
But it all seemed to fit together.
It's been a crazy, I'm sure, 24 months for you guys this past 2 years, but it's not like it's just been an overnight thing. This has been a long process and a labor of love, though, because it is art, right? And we were just talking about this earlier, like making art, it's not about selling it. It's if you're happy with the product that you put out, whether it's a painting, whether it's a logo, or whether it's a song. When you're happy with what you put out, then that's the success part.
Yeah, and you can't really control what people make of it or where it goes. And even though we obviously... one of the main goals is to try to get as many people as possible to hear what we're doing.
Absolutely.
We find ourselves at like an award show where we're playing a song. It's like, I don't know if we really dreamt of us being up here doing this. It's a little we feel a little out of place. But at the same time, like you said, we've been playing shows, and we know who we are as performers.
Right.
And so we know we're not going to get up there and get crushed by the moment. We have the strength to kind of still be who we are in that moment. So
what was Saturday Night Live like?
That was crazy.
I mean, because we all grew up watching it, right?
Yeah.
And then you have that moment where you're standing on the stage at 8H and you're like, wow. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of moments in entertainment where you just have this slight surreal moment where you kind of take a step back and go, wow. Yeah, you just have that appreciation of the moment.
Yeah. I would say it was smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
The room's real small.
Yeah.
Not a ton of people in there.
Small studio.
Yeah, just a few guys that kind of girls that put it all on. But
the weird thing about that, I think, is that we're used to looking at a group of people physically and knowing that that's how many people are hearing the songs that we're playing right now. With something like that, you look in a room like that, and we're used to comparing that feeling to how many people are watching us. But there's way more because there's cameras and it's all live, and so stuff like that is
like you tripped in front of everyone. That type of live.
Stuff like that's just I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get used to it.
It was a great performance. I mean, and both songs, you can get the energy, and it is different because you're not doing the big, 10,000 person arena where you're playing to the small audience there. So definitely a different vibe, but the energy came through. Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, they're making us wrap up. One more thing. How good are you at Paper Airplane?
I haven't made one.
Man.
Boom.
I used to be
Come on.
sick at
21 Pilots have to be good at Paper Airplane.
You're right.
Grab one.
Here we go.
We're going to race.
All right. So the key with a good paper airplane, or at least the one
He's
I'm
gonna
making.
give me a good paper. I'm just old school.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a waste of time.
You're going to kill me. He's going to be like floating for a mile. What is going on?
You're supposed to get a square.
Ah.
And then I'm not sure what to do after that. But it was sweet. At one point I knew how to do it, but you start with the square. Well, no, so what you do is you making it happen.
Making paper airplanes with 21 Pilot. I just want to see who's going to win.
I don't remember how to do this, but it goes something like this.
It's pressure. Is he making a football now? He's making a question thing?
I'm gonna tell you your future, dude.
There you go.
All right.
All right, let's see how well that thing.
Ready?
All right, here. We'll go in the middle of the hallway here.
Okay, ready?
Just hit it.
3, 2, 1, go. He won. Was that yours?
Tyler.
That was Josh's.
And that's it.
Josh has got it.
Quinn's Morning Fix.
X1051.
Kansas City's alternative.